All right, hello, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rye Lion, and joining me today is the wonderful Dark himself. Dark, say hello to all the great folks.
Hello, you wonderful people.
Hey, that's my catchphrase. You can't steal that. You can't say that. That's not fair.
I
But
know, boy. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
just kidding. You can use it as much as you want, but yes, I love this. I am very excited. Week number 7, technically, for the PCL, and it is finals week actually here for the VCL. I'm going to be hosting the third place. Finalist is going to be for Wednesday. That is going to be Destroying Expectations versus Ermines. But the finals will be Saturdays, and that'll be Miami University versus Chrono, and that'll also be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Saturday. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and just jumping right into it here. Let me actually go ahead and get the schedule up. I know you guys heard me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get it up anyways for you folks who just like to go ahead and visualize, you know what I mean? So we have here once again, it is going to be Wednesday, March 23rd, 7 p.m. Destroy Expectation versus Ermines. How do you feel that one's going to go, Dark?
Um, I feel like destroying expectations hasn't really. Wait, it's Ermines versus. Oh, okay, never mind. Yes, I was confused for a second there, but I feel like destroying expectations had a good roster, but they weren't able to play last week, so we couldn't really see what they could do, um, inside of those semifinals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were up against Miami and then they couldn't play, so. I'm excited for it, obviously, since it's the third place match. I am excited to see if Armand is able to, if Destroy Expectation shows up with the full roster, I'm guessing they're gonna win, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see that. I mean, Ermines versus Chrono last week there was kind of ridiculous. Chrono took the victory overall, and it was a really good match. I definitely enjoyed that. Chrono just definitely showing up though, showing out, and now they're gonna be running into Miami. That's gonna be another really great game. Miami University completely undefeated the whole time throughout the entire VCL. Seriously, not a single game off out of all the three game series here. And then we have Chrono, who really turned it around in these last few weeks, and here they are versus Miami University in the finals match here. And how do you feel this one's going to go? Do you think Miami's going to just take it completely undefeated, no games off? It is a best of 5. Remember that. Coming into the finals here, or do you think Chrono has the potential to maybe do an upset 3-2 even, or do you think that they could take it sooner?
I just feel like Miami's record shows that they're going to absolutely smash it. I feel like, if anything, I want to give Chrono one game, so 3-1 for me. Miami wins it. But they've been so dominant in their performance. So I feel like this shouldn't be a really a contest. Miami should definitely take the win.
That's true. I mean I can definitely understand that argument. I hope to see all 5 games definitely. I don't want Miami to just 3-0, which is a huge
Yeah.
potential because like you said, they've done it every
Yes,
single
exactly.
week
Hmm.
in and week out. Not a single game loss. Miami University has just been absolutely just terrorizing the Rift here in the VCL, and I don't know. I definitely would like to see a 5 man, like I said. So 3-2. I think it's going to go to Miami University 3-2, but I think Chrono's going to give them a run for their money because they've definitely put a lot of effort in the last couple of weeks to get to this spot, and they're not going to just give it up 3-0, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, Chrono was consistently top three, right?
Right.
Except for the first week, I guess. But after that, they've been consistently up there. They just haven't been able to push. No team has been able to push Miami aside. So I guess that's like the given like 5 week of domination. They have like 2-0 every single week. So I definitely want to see a five game series because we're gonna stream it, right? And we
Right.
want everybody to like see what Miami is capable of, and if Chrono is capable of taking the games off of them, and perhaps even winning, right? So I'm definitely interested, like to say the least. It's the finals for us for the VCL, so definitely looking forward to it. Definitely think Miami will win, but there's always that but, right? Like
There's always that but.
if Chrono is able to come back, like they won against, I think 3-1 against Ermines,
Hmm.
right? The last stream. And if they're able to perform even better than the last series and 3-2 them or even 3-0, they should just like play their best.
I think they will definitely play their best. And once again, I think it's going to be 3-2 Miami University overall, but Chrono is definitely going to give them a run for their money here. But let's go ahead. We're going to move on over now to the PCL. So going back over now ending week number 7, going into week number 8 here. So let's take a look at Division 1 week 7 standings. We have Sitting on Wards in first place with 20 points. That's absolutely ridiculous. We have here Shrimp Gang with 15 points, Relinquished Renegades with 15 points as well, Donkey Punch with 13. We have Counter Target Spell with 13 as well, University of Montreal with 10, Papega Clap with 5, EBK with 5, and Rogue Upsets with 2. So we did have a few buys last week and a few forfeits as well. That's just why you see the standings here as they are. But, looking at the standings, I mean, as you can clearly tell, Sitting on Wards has been absolutely crushing it the past couple of weeks. I mean, they have 20 points. I think they have lost literally only one game overall out of the entire thing. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Counter Target Spell who took that off from them, and it was in week number 1. But outside of that, they had not lost a single thing. Looking into the PCL schedule as well. I mean, just looking at the standings, how do you feel about Division 1 overall over these past 7 weeks now?
Well, I don't think Sitting on Wars have dropped any games. I think the number is lower because they gotten, I think, a few FFs. So I think they have 2-0'd every single week. As I was talking about domination in VCL by Miami, I think Sitting on Awards, and we'll go to Division 2 when we get there, but across the map, all these 2 teams have just been dominating. They haven't dropped a game, and the performances are just like beyond what we've seen before. And it's like they haven't lost a game, they haven't dropped a single game. They've
right.
Consistently showed up to play and consistently won all their games. So I definitely think if anybody is going to I think they're fixed on they're definitely getting out of this, obviously getting into playoffs. Other teams, I think obviously Relinquished is on third now. I was saying I want to see them win and get into the playoff spots. I think they have done it. Sitting on sitting Counter Target Spell, sorry, has actually I think dropped from last week. And I think they have.
You mean in the standings from 4th to 5th?
In the Senate. Yeah, but they haven't actually. The Rose Vanquish Renegades have gone up, I think, by 1. So they've gone to 3rd, and I just feel like top 4 right now in Division 1 seems really, really strong because even Donkey Punch is looking really good, and I just feel like this is a really I don't think any team is gonna beat them to take their playoff spot. I think this, in my opinion, is pretty fixed. What do you think?
I mean, nothing is completely set in stone. We have 2 whole weeks left. Rogue Upsets, almost took a game off of Sitting on Wards. You just said they haven't gone. They've gone 2-0 every single week from the beginning, which is true. My apologies, I misspoke and said that they lost 1 game. Not true at all. But Rogue Upsets came very, very close. Last place, almost got 1 game off of Sitting on Wards. So I definitely think anything could happen these last 2 weeks. I don't want to just write it off and say, they're going to be undefeated going into playoffs. They've locked in first place. That's just facts. They've absolutely locked in first place. So
yes.
That's not what we're arguing here. But I definitely think, within these last few weeks, Donkey Punch really has to hone in. We'll get into their schedule here in the next few weeks as well. But Donkey Punch has really got to hone in. Same thing with Relinquished Renegades and Shrimp Gang as well, because they are tied 15-15, 13-13. University of Montreal is right behind them in 10 points. I mean, if they can get a 2-0, for the next 2 weeks, that puts them at 16 points. That just means that one team has to falter, not get a 2-0, and that might put them at behind. Could put them at even as well, because it's not just about the points, but how many win-losses as well if they end up getting tied for the top 4 spots here. So, I don't know. I still expect a hard fight between everyone that's not sitting on wards for those top 3 spots, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th there. But joining us as well is the wonderful, amazing, sexiest G-Man Q alive, Wookie Monster himself. So he snuck in here as well. So let's go ahead and hear his thoughts about Division One overall. Like, how are you feeling about the standings? You know, coming here, ending Week 7 and going into Week 8.
So obviously there's a clear top half of the map, and there's a clear bottom half of the map.
Yeah, very
And
true.
it's going to be a very competitive top half of the map. We still don't have anyone to take down sitting on wards at literally number one, 20 points. When we get to the second division, there's also a team in there that has literally 20 points as well. And it's like, this is going to be very competitive for the second to fifth seeds here, in this, specifically in this division, because nobody can beat City on Words, but everybody else in that group is very close.
Mm.
So, like you all have already been saying, it's gonna be real down to the wire with
Mm.
this upcoming weeks.
Very, very true. And with that, I mean, definitely let us what you all know, what you all think. I'm sorry, in chat. With these upcoming games to close out the regular season in the next 2 weeks, definitely show up. We'll go over the schedules and the upcoming games for this week and next week as well. So definitely stick around. But with that being said, let's hop into Division 2 of the PCL. There's another side to that coin because we have so many people trying to join. It's unreal. And I hope to have as many people going into the next split as well. But for Division 2 here, we have at the top of the standings across the map, Eggplant in second place with 13 points. We have Stupid Team Diff with 12 points. We have X Rising Esports with 12 points as well. Ventures with 10. Bandits in Pajamas with 10. And Double McFeeders with 8. A very, very close division. Unlike Division 1, like you said, we had a clear first half of like, all right, these people, and then we have a clear bottom half. With this one, it's like across the map and then everybody else. They're all like within a 3 point. The biggest point difference is 5 between second place and seventh. Like that is kind of unreal. But I think across the map obviously has it kind of made in first place, so they're definitely making it to the playoffs, obviously. But everyone else in the top spots here, once again, it's kind of like a fight for their life. They're all just trying to stay afloat. They're just all treading water right now. Eggplants, I think, is going to definitely make it. My top 4 for this division, what I expect to come out after week number 9, I expect to see across the map, Eggplant, X Rising Esports, and Ventures. Nothing against Stupid Team Diff at all, but those are just who I think the top 4 are going to be. We'll go once again. We'll look into the. We'll go ahead and look into the scheduling. To see what's going to be upcoming here for week 8 and week 9. But Dark, what do you think about Division 2 here?
I just want to say across the map is definitely across the map, against all these teams, right? They can't even catch up. They've been so dominant that they're like 7 points ahead of the second place, and it's like, wow. For the rest of the leaderboard, I think, as you said, it's like cutthroat. Everybody's like trying to get that edge because now, more than ever, the 2-0s matter the most because you get an extra point. So if the last 2 weeks you 2-0 instead of 2-1, right? You get that extra edge where it can make a difference of getting into the playoffs and not getting into the playoffs. So I feel like I feel like this top 4 seem like they're gonna make it. Ventures, Bandits in Pajamas, Double McFeeders, they haven't really played as well as I would hope them to. We saw Ventures last week showing up against across the map. I mean, they had an okay showing for they were going against the top tier team in their bracket.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Eggplant, Slate, I say Slate, it's the color actually. Eggplant, Stupid Team Diff, X Rising, and White are probably definitely make it into the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay.
Wookie, how about you, my friend?
So I have to be kind of the outsider here because I think I think it's too early to say who's going to be top 4. All of these teams are very good competitive teams that are fighting. They're really fighting. And this is a really weird division, right? Because we now have 3 buys for several teams
Yeah.
going forward, right? Including I mean, we'll get into the schedule in a bit here, I would assume, but
Hmm.
depending on so the remaining teams that do play, they have to really shine here because everyone's so close from second to sixth that it's it's really like, okay, we get a bye this week and then we play one game this week. We really have to play this week.
Mm.
Uh or get a 2-0 this week because that's how down to the wire this one is, even more than Division 1, right? So I don't know. I really, obviously, I think White is going to definitely make playoffs because there's 2 weeks left. They're way ahead of everyone, but I just don't know for the rest. For me, it's just it's too early to tell. I couldn't even give you a guess because anything could change. And
Okay.
I assume we're gonna get into the schedule in a bit here, but like
I
this is
mean,
this is really. I think I would make a solidified decision after week 8. I think
Okay.
because then there's 1 week left, and then that's it, right?
Good point. Good point. Anything could happen, and we could make it a little bit more interesting since we have so many bye weeks inside the second division. We can actually do like an all exec team versus those teams, and then they could give them the potential to get 3 points, maybe in the best of five. So
uh,
or
I
best of
wanted to
three.
say, well, if Eggplant doesn't play Mustard Cat, they're definitely making playoffs. Like, come on. I just had to put that in because I promised a flame, and there we go.
Okay.
Not like this.
Understandable. Well, with that as well, let's actually get into the schedule here for the upcoming weeks here for the PCL. So I'll get that on screen for you wonderful folks. For Division
Did we
1.
go over VCL yet, or was it?
Yeah, I did that in the very beginning. My
Oh,
apologies
okay.
before you arrived here. I already got right into that for the schedule for Wednesday and Saturday. And then we'll go ahead and recap as well. That's not even a worries at all. But for the PCL, we have here for Division 1, we have Rogue Upsets versus Relinquished Renegades, EBK versus Sitting on Wards, Donkey Punch versus University of Montreal, Shrimp Gang gets a bye week this week, and then Counter Target Spell versus Papega Clap. So once again, with that being in mind, in regards to the scheduling and the matchups going through each of them, Rogue Upsets versus Relinquished, I'm going to go with Relinquished overall as the winners 2-0. I think Rogue Upsets has the capability. Once again, they almost took down one game of Sitting on Wards, so that was kind of ridiculous. And with the new roster changes, actually, I give them a 2-1. Relinquished Renegades 2, Rogue Upsets 1. I think that they're going to take a game from Relinquished Renegades overall. For the second one, Sitting on Wards versus EBK, I'm going to go 2-0 Sitting on Wards. They're number 1 for a reason. They're absolutely just a menace on the Rift here for Division 1. So I definitely think that they're just going to continue that into Week 8 and 9 and close it out overall. Docupunch versus University of Montreal. I'm going to go with Docupunch 2-1 over University. Even though University of Montreal's history has been either 2-0 or 0-2, I think closing out Week 8 and 9, they understand how important it is to at least get 1 point on the board. But Donkey Punch, the last couple of weeks have faltered a little bit, but I still think that they're a top 4 contender. University of Montreal falling a little bit underneath that. So I'm going to go with Donkey Punch 2-1 there. Shrimp Game, obviously, gets the 2 points there in the bye week. And then for Counter Target Spell versus Papega Clap, I'm going to go with Counter Target Spell 2-1s Papega Clap, only because I think now, once again, last 2 weeks, everyone's going to be fighting for at least those single points just to do anything they can to disrupt, even if it means just making sure that other people don't get 3 points. We have to show up. So I'll go with 2-1 Counter Target Spell. How about you, Dark?
I mean, if you don't want to give them 3 points, you can always just FF. I'm just kidding. So,
Oh, good point.
yeah, but going through this schedule for this week, I guess. Rogue Upsets versus Relinquished. I will give it to Relinquished. I think same as Rallion 2-1. I have a feeling that Rogue is going to upset them at least one game. Oh, that wasn't even pun intended. Sorry. EBK versus Sitting on Wards, definitely a 2-0. Sitting on Wards is just too dominant in this league right now to lose a game to anyone. Not even just EBK. I think any team they've done this for 7 weeks straight. I think an 8th week shouldn't be a problem for them. Donkey Punch versus University de Montreal. So 2-1. I want to say.
Okay.
I want to say Donkey Punch. 2-1s Montreal, just because Montreal is the homies from the Canada. Um, Shroom Gang gets a bye. That's an easy win from them. Counter target spell versus Pepega Lab. I think, as you said, every team's gonna play to win, like 2-0. I think counter target's gonna come 2-0 against them. I
Okay.
think this is a moment you have to just give your all and get those 1 or 2 points extra every single week because there's not enough weeks left for you to like slack anymore. So if you want to make it up to the playoffs, then definitely gotta do the 3-0 run here.
Understandable.
Hey. I got a kind of a mix, both of those answers. I think Relinquished Renegades 2-0s, Rogue upsets. Yes, they did almost take a game off sitting on wards, but I think Relinquished also, is a pretty good team considering. I mean, Rogue Upsets also lost one of their best players, and have to find another ADC. So I don't know how that's might work. Sit on Awards gonna 2-0 EBK, I think. Docupunch, I think, is gonna 2-0 University, and Trump Gang gets a bye. And then Counter Stark Spell is gonna 2-0 Pepega Club. So I do think the 2-0s are gonna come through here.
Okay. All
No
right.
trust in the Canadian squad. I see you.
Oh my God. All right. Well, understandable. Once again, upcoming week, we'll go over the schedule here. Exactly what games we'll be casting and going over this week. But this is the schedule for this week, round 8, Division 1. Let's go into Division 2 here. This is where we are going to see a lot of the buys that we were talking about early. So this is going to be very important. So Division 2, across the map, the leaders get a bye week. So luckily, everyone is spared. They have 2 points given to them that week. Same thing with Ventures. They have 2 points. Kind of a little bit of a bummer because they have the potential to hit 3 if they were to verse other people, but I guess also hit 0, technically, or 1. So they get that 2 guaranteed right there. But Eggplants now versus Bandits in Pajamas. That's going to be a banger. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Bye week also on given on over to Double McFeeders. And then X Rising Esports versus Stupid Team Diff. So we have a lot of, once again, very, very close individuals in the standings going up against each other. Eggplant versus Bandits in Pajamas. I'm going to go with Eggplants is going to 2-0. They are in second place. They're trying to keep it there in Bandits and Pajamas. They started off really well in Division 2. Round 1, 2, and 3. I thought that they were going to be, the top 2 contenders between across the map and Bandits and Pajamas, but they really fell off hard, in the last couple of weeks, and they're on the lower end of the standings now going into round 8. But Eggplants have just done the opposite. They were a little bit slow start off, but now they've been killing it. I know they got O2'd last week, I believe, correct? So a little bit of a bummer, a little bit of a hump, but I expect Eggplant to come out on top on that one. And then for X Rising Esports versus Stupid Team Diff, oh, that one,
That's a hard one.
that one's really hard. Oh, it's gonna be a 2-1. It's just like who's it gonna really go to? I'm gonna go with Stupid Team Diff. Even though my original top 4 standings, I did not include them in that. There's something about them that I know that they're going to prove me wrong. So I know that in round 8 at least that they're going to be 2-1ing over X Rising. But that one, if we can stream that one, I would like to. Absolutely. That one. So that would be a banger. Dark, what do you think, man?
Eggplant versus Bandits. I've said this before. Eggplants drop mustard and they win 2 off this one. Free.
Oop. Okay.
I don't know. I promised a flame and I'm back with it. Anyways, X Rising versus Stupid Team. It's so hard because I really want X Rising to win, but I also don't want Stupid to lose, right? Because they're so close to making it into the playoffs. So, but just based on their previous performances, I think Stupid Team should just win. I would give them 2-1, same as Rallion. And for real, Eggplant versus Bandits, I definitely think it's going to be 2-0 Eggplants. I know they did lose this last week, or like week 7, I guess. But they're really strong, and Bandits in Pajamas haven't really showed up. They're like second last in the bottom, but if they're able to play and win, I mean, wait, it's so close that they're like only 3 points below. But still, if they're able to show up and beat Eggplants, this division is just so hard to even imagine because
That
all the
yeah,
I
difference.
know.
that's
I
what
know.
I'm saying, bro. Like it's like, who out of these like really close pointers is gonna actually uh show up and defeat them in a 2-0 or 2-1 fashion, and
Hmm.
I think Eggplant, they you know they've been strong, like we've discussed. They're second place still. I
Hmm.
think they could 2-1. I think I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say like Eggplant, if they can at least shrug off those previous losses that they had and just focus on the future,
Hmm.
you're trying to stay in second place at least. They could definitely do it. I think the 2-1 might. Bandits may or may not trying to fight as much, but I mean they still have a chance for playoffs. So I feel like both of these teams are going to, one's trying to keep the place and the other one is trying to get there.
Absolutely.
Um, as far as X Rising and Stupid Team Def, same thing. I mean, they're so close as well. Uh, but I think I'm gonna give the 2-1 over to. I think I'm gonna give it to X Rising. Actually, I think X Rising.
The
Even
difference.
though I think that they have what it takes to at least pull off the 2-1 against Stupid Team Div. I think, I've seen a lot of unique from unique plays from their players and, play styles, and I'm like they can shrug a game or two off of Stupid Team Div for sure. Like I definitely think they have. I wouldn't say they have an edge, but I definitely think they have what it takes to at least fight for higher in standings.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Could not agree more. And this is so difficult to say overall because it's like it's nothing like personal against any of the teams at all, especially when you're like giving these predictions out. So it's like I want them all to succeed, but only fourth can move forward. You know what I mean? And now that we're ending, it's just like, darn it, I wish this was like a 20-week league so that way I didn't have to cut them off so soon. But we do got to do that at some point in time, and that is the time, unfortunately. But so far on the schedule, once again, we have Destroying Expectations versus Ermines. That's going to be on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Primus, I believe, is going to be the color commentator. He had stated before as such, so we'll go ahead and set him up for that. Play-by-play, it's, Wookie, myself, we'll interchange. I don't get off work till 7, so unfortunately I won't be there in the very beginning, but we can always work around that. And then for Thursday, we do have Sitting on Wards versus EBK at 8 p.m. and then Relinquished Renegades versus Rogue Upsets at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Thursday. I'm not sure which one we're going to do just yet, but I would like to do the Sitting on Wards versus EBK. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, we haven't. I don't think we've ever streamed Sitting on Wards, so that'd be a good showing for that night.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, like it's been a wild 8 weeks, and Sit Down Wars being at the top, like we gotta look at them for at least one time.
Yeah, that's true. That
You
is
guys
very true.
see how dominant they are going into playoffs, right? If they've already almost all of like already made a way into the playoffs, so we have to see what they're capable of and show it to everybody.
Yep. That's true. I would like to see, what they're made of as well. I mean, we haven't streamed a single game of theirs?
We have not. I think they've always had to reschedule, or not necessarily reschedule, but like the teams uh or the times don't align correctly, I think, or something like that.
Gotcha.
Regardless, though, at least we get this one game with them. So
Uh,
actually, we have seen them once. Oh, I'm trying to remember which game we saw them in. Help
uh,
me out, anybody on Sitting on Awards out there.
I put a little poll up real quick for all you folks that tuned in. Who has a better icon? Is it Dark or is it Wookiee? Just curious. I just want to see your guys'
This is
opinion.
rigged.
So
Wow.
If I lose, this
definitely,
is rigged. I'm just saying.
I just want you guys to go ahead. Put it.
Yeah, I'd be mad
Who has a
for
cuter
you if you
icon?
win
Dark
that
or
one.
Wookiee so far? Dark is destroying
right.
Wookiee 3-1.
We,
So it's up for a
we
couple
saw-
minutes. Just wanted to throw that up there for you guys.
Yeah, we streamed them on a Sunday. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
versus Rogue Upsets. I remember. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
My memory is
because
just failing me.
that's all right. That's all right.
Forgetting sitting on words just like that. Oh no.
Oh
That's
no,
okay.
can't forget that.
But no, it's So yeah, I'm down to do EBK versus sitting on wards this week. We don't have anything lined up for Friday yet. We don't have anything scheduled for Division 2 as of just yet. So Eggplants, Bandits of Pajamas, X Rising, and Stupid Team Diff. If you can go ahead and get up your schedules, we'll go ahead and be able to stream either one of you. No, I don't have an
X
icon.
Rising.
Do you want? I can show you my icon, I guess. Here, hold on. I'll turn off my camera. There we go. That's my icon. You can't really see it, and now we're switched.
I am on top now. Oh wait. Just like that. Just how I
Yeah,
like.
I'm not.
Wait.
It's all right. I'm okay with not being a part of the poll. I didn't want to be a part of the poll.
Oh, it's the beard man.
Yeah, I don't
He's
have my
back.
lights set up right now, so because I got a new monitor. So
What were
it's
you
kind
doing
of
in the dark?
in my room.
Okay, what were you doing in the dark?
That's all
We need
right.
In
answers.
the dark.
I was just curious, man. I didn't realize how long 3 minutes was, but it's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But I mean, that's
We
really
should-
all that we have, like
Yeah.
for
Just
the
stop the poll so I
recap.
win.
We should just stop the poll now.
Stop the poll so
I'll
I
Wait,
win.
hold on, I still gotta vote. Hold on, I gotta vote
Wait
still.
a minute.
I needs to vote.
Hey,
I need to
which
express
position's
my
on it, too?
American privilege. Hold on, wait. Let me. Here we go.
He
Oh,
said
wow.
he said American privilege votes for Wookiee. I see.
Oh my god.
I am gonna vote for Wookiee actually right now. Both of you MVP. There we go. It's equal
How'd it
cuteness. Equal cuteness. No,
No.
he pulled ahead.
Just kidding, X. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's the camera's not working. Oh well.
This
Wait,
is fixed.
you guys switch spots now. Oh, there we go. Never mind. You switch
He
back.
was trying to turn on the camera.
My camera
Wow.
wasn't working. I don't know what's going
Wow.
on.
So just like that, your boy Wookiee, not only is he the sexiest man alive, voted, which is facts by the
too.
way, his icon also
What?
voted.
Wait a minute. Hey, it's 5-5.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Alright, cut the stream. Cut the stream.
I can't cut the streak. That's so funny. Oh my. Look at that. The community coming in clutch. They said, you know what? You're both winners in my eyes. Both are even.
Hey.
5-5.
No,
You love to
can't
see
be
it.
divided.
You love to see it.
I hope I got Mustard's vote.
Whoa.
I don't
Wookiee has
Yeah.
2
What
accounts.
the heck?
That's
Well,
hilarious. Well,
Alright,
thank you everybody though who tuned in. I much appreciate that. That was the recap for week number 7 here. Myself, Ryline, Dark, and Wookiee Monster here, all bringing it to you live. So we will see you later on in the week with later games as well. Definitely stay tuned, but we will catch you all soon. Peace out, y'all.
Laters.
later.
Oh, yeah, let me, Hey, hold on.